Hey there, welcome to Infomedia. Today we're diving into the incredible world of human senses, but not just the usual stuff you hear about in school. We're talking mind-blowing, bizarre, and totally crazy facts about how your senses really work. From your eyes playing tricks on you, to your nose knowing things before your brain does, get ready to be amazed. So grab a snack, open those ears, and prepare to see the world around you in a whole new way. Let's jump right in. Fact 1. Your brain edits what you see, literally. Believe it or not, what you see with your eyes isn't exactly what's out there. Your brain is constantly filling in the blanks in your vision based on experience, pattern recognition, and assumptions. You actually have a blind spot in each eye where the optic nerve connects, but you never notice it because your brain paints over it with surrounding details. And when you're looking at something, your eyes move rapidly in tiny jerks called saccades, yet the world doesn't appear shaky, because your brain stabilizes the image for you. In short, your sense of sight is part raw data, part visual illusion. Fact 2. Your nose can detect over 1 trillion scents. You've probably heard people say the human sense of smell isn't that strong, especially compared to dogs. But recent research has blown that idea out of the water. It turns out your nose is insanely powerful, capable of distinguishing more than 1 trillion different smells. What's crazier is that scent is directly wired into the brain's limbic system, the part responsible for emotion and memory. That's why a single whiff of a childhood perfume or grandma's kitchen can instantly transport you back in time. Your nose is like a time machine and a data analyst rolled into one. Fact 3. Your taste buds aren't just on your tongue. Most people think taste buds only live on the tongue, but they're also found on the roof of your mouth, your throat, and even partway down your esophagus. And those buds don't all taste the same things. Some are better at detecting bitter flavors, others sweet or umami. Even crazier, your sense of taste is heavily influenced by your sense of smell. When you have a cold and your nose is blocked, food seems tasteless, not because your taste buds stopped working, but because your nose isn't backing them up. Fact 4. You can hear with your entire body. Yes, your ears do the heavy lifting, but your whole body helps you hear. Tiny bones in your ears amplify sound, but your skin and bones also pick up vibrations. That's why you can feel bass at a concert. In fact, your inner ear also controls your sense of balance, working with your eyes and muscles to tell you if you're standing, spinning, or falling. Even your bones can conduct sound. There's a reason bone conduction headphones work so well. You're practically a walking antenna. Fact 5. You taste with your brain, not just your mouth. Ever wonder why food tastes better when you're hungry or in a good mood? That's because your brain controls your perception of taste more than your taste buds. Psychological factors like color, shape, texture, and even sound can change how something tastes. For example, chips that sound crisp are rated tastier. Brightly colored foods are perceived as sweeter. It's not just about flavor, it's a full-blown sensory event controlled by your brain's expectations. Fact 6. You have more than 5 senses. We all learned about the 5 senses in school, but science says we have way more. Some experts say the real number is closer to 20 or even 30. These include proprioception, nociception, thermoception, and even equilibrioception. So next time someone talks about the 5 senses, feel free to flex your science brain and say, actually, it's more like 30. Fact 7. Your ears never sleep. Even when you're deep in dreamland, your ears are still listening. Your brain can choose to ignore or mute sounds while you sleep, but your ears are always on duty, ready to alert you to danger. That's why sudden loud noises like a baby crying or a smoke alarm can wake you up instantly. The auditory system is like a night watchman that never takes a break. Fact 8. Touch is more than skin deep. Your sense of touch isn't just about feeling soft or hard, hot or cold. Your skin has specialized sensors that detect pressure, vibration, pain, and texture, and all that data travels lightning fast to your brain. Some parts of your body, like your fingertips and lips, have way more touch sensors than others, making them ultra-sensitive. And fun fact, you have touch memory, You can feel the texture of sandpaper in your mind long after you've touched it. Fact 9. You can smell fear, literally. Humans may not have a super sniffer like dogs, but we can still detect emotional chemicals in body odor. When someone is scared or stressed, their body releases certain compounds in sweat, which others can subconsciously detect. This can trigger anxiety or discomfort in nearby people. So yes, fear and stress can be contagious, and your nose knows it before your brain even figures it out. Fact 10. Your eyes can see, in the past. Light takes time to travel. So when you look at something far away, like the moon, you're technically seeing it as it was over a second ago. Look at stars, and you might be seeing light that left them millions of years ago. But even up close, your brain takes about 80 milliseconds to process visual information, meaning everything you see is a slightly delayed version of reality. So in a very real sense, you're always seeing the past. Fact 11. Tongues can get tired. Just like your arms or legs, your taste buds can get fatigued. If you eat something extremely sour or spicy, your tongue's receptors can get overwhelmed and become desensitized for a while. That's why eating a ton of sour candy makes your mouth go numb. Your body's way of protecting itself is to dull the input when it gets too intense. Fact 12. Some people can see sounds or hear colors. This phenomenon is called synesthesia, and it affects about 1 in every 2,000 people. For them, sensory input crosses over in wild ways. A sound might trigger a color flash. A number might have a taste. It's not a disorder, it's a unique brain wiring that creates extra sensory connections. Some famous artists and musicians have synesthesia and credit it for their creativity. Fact 13. Babies taste and smell before birth. A baby's sense of taste and smell starts developing in the womb. By the 3rd trimester, fetuses can detect flavors in the amniotic fluid based on what the mother eats. If mom has a lot of garlic or carrots, the baby might react with facial expressions. After birth, babies tend to prefer flavors they were exposed to in the womb. So technically, your food preferences may have started before you even took your first breath. Fact 14. Your skin is your largest sensory organ. You probably think of your eyes or ears when it comes to senses, but your skin is your biggest sensory powerhouse. It stretches over your entire body and is packed with millions of receptors for temperature, pressure, vibration, and pain. Some patches, like your hands and face, are especially sensitive, which is why they're used most often in physical interaction. Your skin also acts as an early warning system for danger. Think pulling back from a hot stove before you even feel pain. Fact 15. Your senses team up to fool you. Your senses rarely work alone, they're constantly teaming up. But that teamwork can sometimes trick you. The McGurk effect is a perfect example. If you hear one sound but see a different mouth movement, your brain combines them into a third sound. Or consider virtual reality, it messes with your balance by showing motion your body doesn't feel. It's proof that your brain doesn't just receive information, it interprets it, and sometimes, it makes mistakes. And there you have it, 15 crazy, weird, and absolutely fascinating facts about your senses. Your body is constantly collecting data from the world around you and translating it into the experience you call reality, and half the time, you don't even notice it happening. If you learned something new today, share this video with someone who loves science and weird facts. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe for more brain-tingling content every week. Thanks for watching, and remember, you sense more than you think.